All right, it's 07:20 and it's a beautiful Tuesday morning. We're back with the Ndalama Insights program, and we're here to dive into the world of personal finance and empower you with knowledge to make informed financial decisions. I'm your host. My name is Linah Zulu, and as always, I'm joined in studio by our regular expert in personal finance, Mukonki Mukonkela from Insight Partners. And today we're debunking some common money myths that hold many Zambians back from achieving financial success. Mukonki, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Lena. How have you been?
I'm good. It's Humanism Week, so I just feel festive. I feel good.
Yeah, and I like the song you played. We are the what? Children.
Yes, Uhuru Road. Like this is our road to
I
freedom.
know. I love that song.
Yeah, kind of taking us back. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into demystifying. So it's like I saw I was reading that right. I was
Mm.
talking about debunking some of these myths earlier today.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, like just demystifying some things like EIE, just because nobody in your family ever had money and so you can't make money. So
Perhaps we should discuss the ones that you have. That's interesting. Let's mix it up.
yes, like we have so many myths.
There's a lot.
Yes, because we grew up like this, nobody can make money. So what is it? Drama since
And if you don't
day
have
one.
connections, it's not possible.
Exactly. So let's get into it as it's Humanism Week. So
Yeah.
Mukonki is feeling very, very generous. She's demystifying a lot of these myths for us then. All right, so let's get to myth number one.
Mm.
You can only invest if you have a lot of money.
That's right, Lena. You might have heard of this, eh?
Yes,
Investing is just for rich people.
yes,
What,
yes.
what, is, what is Mukonki talking about? This is just for people with it. And
What?
Daram.
What with who? How much do you have? You're a millionaire.
So this is a common misconception, Lina, that you can only invest if you have a lot of money. But in fact, Zambia provides us with a lot of opportunities. And it's surprising that it's other people that from outside that tend to see these opportunities that Zambia sits on, and we ourselves don't seem to see them. But when people come from outside, they see the opportunities, they utilize them, they exploit whatever resources we have. They are wealthy, they go back to their countries. We are sitting on a lot of wealth, and you don't need to have a lot of money to actually start investing in Zambia. I can talk about some investments that require very little money, like just buying a bond or a treasury bill in Zambia with the Bank of Zambia. You basically need just the 1,000 kwacha to get started buying these investments. And you can also start a business. Lina, last week I was talking about utilizing your skills as capital. You don't need actual money to actually start a business. So you can even start a business with very little capital and by utilizing your own skills to start making money. So it's a very big myth that you need to have a lot of money in order for you to start investing. You can invest in government bonds, you can buy shares, you can start a business with very little money.
Absolutely. So that's
Mm.
one tick off the list.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people feel intimidated by investing because
Uh-huh.
it's only for the wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in our country, as long as you're willing to learn and take small steps, it's very, very possible.
It's very possible, and I like that you said take small steps.
Mm.
I think uh, what people are afraid of is envisioning, a lot of money, billions of kwachas, and thinking of big things. But if you start thinking of taking smaller steps towards acquiring these big things, it becomes easier for you to actually start, taking these small steps that will ultimately lead you to these bigger things that you envision having or aspire to having.
Right.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like if you want to get rich quick scheme,
Uh-huh.
it's got its downside.
A
I've
lot.
heard how people have lost money in get rich quick schemes. So
A
you have
lot.
to just trust the process. All right.
Yes.
So next myth, you have to be an expert to invest. Yeah, that's the second one. You have to be an expert. So Mukonki, does anyone needs to have a background in finance like you to
You
be an investor?
not at all, Lina. What surprises me is the people that are actually very successful when it comes to making money are those that are not even educated or with very little education. And this is not to say that basic financial literacy is not important. It's extremely important, but it should not deter you from making investments. As we've just discussed, what's important really is to have a plan. If you have a plan and you start taking small steps, because if you're able to do that, it means that you are able to get started building wealth, and slowly it starts accumulating and starts becoming bigger. That's what's important. So you don't need to be a financial expert like Mukonki or like many other financial experts that you hear out there for you to start making these investments. What is important is to have a plan and to get started. In fact, the hardest part really is starting to do it. Doing it is what is hard. And if you're able to do anything, regardless of whether you're a finance person or not, you are guaranteed that you're actually going to make it. If you're able to do it and be consistent. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all you need is basic financial knowledge, and we do trainings, Linah, at Inside Partners, like they learn about stocks and bonds, investing in shares, investing in bonds. These workshops are meant to help you to really demystify all these theories around investing in shares in Zambia, investing in bonds. You can get started even by attending these workshops so that you are comfortable. You start investing with confidence. Yeah. Yeah.
On to the third myth. Saving is enough. You don't need to invest. Now, there's a common myth that many of us have gone up hearing, like, just save, 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 save.
Yeah.
Investments, no, that's not for you. Why is this myth dangerous?
Saving, in as much as it's a good starting point, merely just saving money is not enough, because when you keep money in the bank or wherever you're saving it, it is not earning any value. It is actually depreciating. And with inflation, which is the rising in the costs of goods and services, the prices of goods and services, with inflation, if you're just merely keeping money and not investing it, inflation is going to erode the purchasing power of your kwachas. So merely just having a savings account and feeling that I'm okay, or even a fixed deposit account and feeling that I'm good, I'm doing very well, is actually a big misconception. For you to be able to grow money, you need to start investing it. And that is the value of saving. Really, saving is to ensure that you accumulate a substantial amount of money that you later on need to start investing so that it starts building up and growing. That's the importance of investing. So it's a misconception that you can just save money and everything will be okay. Yeah. Yeah. So there's feedback here from David online. I can merely or hardly hear Linah. I know. I know there's always an issue with the microphone, but I know on radio, Linah, it's okay. People can hear as well because this is designed for radio. I think the challenge, yes, the challenge that other listeners have is they're listening on LinkedIn, they're on YouTube, and they can only hear me because I don't know. So it's quite a challenge. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so David, let us know if it works. But sorry about this. This program is actually designed for radio, so bear with us. I know.
Not mine or Cindy's problem over here.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
deepest apologies about that. So let's get to the other myth.
Yeah.
Which is investing is too risky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our next myth, this is what it is. Investment is too risky. Some people think investing is too risky for them.
Yeah.
Just share your thoughts on this.
Linah, what I say about investing being too risky is that it is risky, but there's nothing that is not risky in the world. Everything is risky. I like to say that even the job that you have right now, you're not guaranteed of having it tomorrow or the next day. You never know. A new boss might come through, and all the dynamics at your workplace could change. So there's nothing that is guaranteed. But that should not deter you from making investments. The fact that investing is risky. There are certain investments that are actually very low risk that you can utilize. And this is something that you need to start learning. What investments can I invest in, especially if I'm risk averse? So what investments can I start investing in if I'm scared of losing money? There are certain investments like government bonds where you are guaranteed you'll be getting a coupon income every after 6 months. At the end of the tenure of the bond, you get your money back. Like treasury bills, bills also after 91 days. If you're investing in a 91-day 10-year treasury bill, you're going to get your money back, as well as a capital appreciation or interest on that investment. So you need to do a lot of research, especially if you're risk averse, and look at investments that can help you. And most importantly, look at diversifying your investments. This is where we talk about spreading your investment so that you're not exposed to one investment risk. So you can buy a bit of property, you can buy a bit of shares, a bit of bonds, and just diversify your investments. And I know we've got different views on it when it comes to investing and maybe diversifying or focusing on certain investments. But if you are really risk averse, you need to consider diversifying your investment. But it should not deter you. Investing is risky, but it is very profitable as well as you do it correctly. Yeah.
All right, that's really beautiful advice. Diversification will help you balance the risk and reward.
Yeah,
And you don't have to avoid investing altogether just because of the fear that you have.
that's true. So David says much better, Linah.
There you go. Yeah, I almost said I'm the man. Great to get your feedback on that, David.
Yeah.
I just upped the volume a little bit for you.
Yeah.
So the next myth says only people with connections can build wealth. The one that we talked about just when we started.
Yeah, Linah, I've heard this, and this is not just on building wealth, it's everywhere. This is a common thing that I hear everywhere I go. You need connections to do this, you need connections to get a job at Bank of Zambia, at ZRA, you need connections. Connections are everywhere. And for me, I laugh because I see the essence, I see the reason why people reason like this. But I tend to feel like you know what? Yes, connections are very important. And I've always said, even on this program, I've said networking is very important. And one person can actually change the dynamics of your life. But still, you hold the power. You can do everything within your means to ensure that you are able to build wealth. Yes, connections are important, but that doesn't mean that you can't build wealth without them. What is needed really is a good plan and seeking opportunities you can exploit to start building wealth slowly. You see, I think many people talk about these things because they want to do things really fast. If you are taking small steps, you will not even be concerned about what connections other people have because you've got a plan. I'm going to buy this stock, I'm going to buy this bond, I'm going to buy this small property here. And as you start doing things start building up. And those same connections that you're looking up to are the ones that are going to start looking up to you eventually because you've got a clear plan that you are following. So yes, connections are important, but it should not prevent you from doing whatever you need to do, even applying for a job at ZRA, at BOZ. Don't be afraid. Just put in your application. You never know, Linah. I don't know why people are afraid. Just give it a try. Give it your best shot. But you will be surprised. You see, I've got a good friend of mine, Mwansa. I don't know if she's listening, but Mwansa really inspired me. A long time ago, years ago, just after we left college, Mwansa was working at a boutique, but then she saw an advert in the newspaper and she applied to the UN, United Nations. And exactly. And she got the job. You see, once I got that job, for me, I asked her, how did you do it? Because people are afraid to even respond to an advert in the newspaper because they think you need connections. So from that, I really learned a lot from my friend to say, you don't need connections, just give it a try. And that is something that Mwansa really, as always, every time I hear about connections, I always think about Mwansa because I knew Mwansa did it. A lot of people are afraid to apply to the UN. Zero connections. And she's doing pretty well right now.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So you just have to get up and do it.
Just get up and do it.
Fantastic message, Mukonki.
Yeah.
It's empowering, to know that anyone, regardless of their background, can actually take a step
Yeah.
towards wealth.
Yeah.
And then there's another myth: investing in Zambian stocks isn't worth it.
Yeah.
What do you say to people who doubt the Lusaka Securities?
You see, I understand why we doubt our LuSE and our stock market. It's really reasonable. It's understandable. Our market is very small compared to other markets that are even fast-paced, where you even have speculators just logging in and buying and selling shares every day. Our market is not that fast-paced. So I do understand the concerns. But still, you can still make money from the LuSE, from investing in our stock market. I can give you examples of companies that are doing pretty well right now. I keep talking about copper belt energy because it's a company that I've invested in myself. A few months ago, around May or March, I don't know when, I bought shares in CAC at 7 kwacha, and I've got another person that I know who bought shares in CAC at 3 kwacha. Today, Copper Belt Energy is selling at above 15 kwacha. So you can see the difference between the 7 kwacha and 15 kwacha is the profit that you are making on buying these shares in this company listed on the LuSE. So yes, our market is small, but it still gives us the potential to make money and to actually even learn the loops of investing in the stock market. So when you start exposing yourself to bigger stock exchanges, you would have actually learned the loops from a smaller stock market. So for me, it's a myth really that you can't make money from the LuSE. I think you can, and all it requires is for you to do a little bit of research on the companies that are listed on the LuSE, where you can now start spending your money on. So that is what I think.
Fantastic, really encouraging. It's about realistic approach and understanding that wealth building takes time.
Yeah.
You have to be patient enough. All
Yeah.
right, the next myth: you should only save what's left after spending.
Common one.
Yeah,
This is something we all do, eh? So we get paid. The first thing we do is we spend, and then we start thinking about investing. In fact, you should do it in reverse. So this is what is called pay yourself first. You should actually first save money for investing and then spend the balance. That is the right way to do it, because when you do this, you are actually building you know money that will later on, I keep saying this, will later on take care of you, rather than just spending everything. Because if you wait to invest after spending, you find that you've got very little money to actually invest, because you'll have spent everything. Spending is nice, eh? It's really nice to spend, shopping and do, it's very nice. So if you prioritize spending first compared to investing first, you find that you've got little money or no money to invest. So do it in reverse. First, invest or save money for investing, or invest money and then spend the balance. That will actually discipline you to live within the means, the balance that you have, and it will also help you to build wealth for the long term. And that is why you need to invest first, save money first, invest first before you spend.
fantastic. So it's about taking control of your financial future and not just living for the moment. As good as it feels,
Mm-hmm.
live for the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't live for the moment. Think about the future too.
Think about the future.
Yeah.
All right. So we've had a fantastic conversation. I really enjoyed it. I think David did as well, and everybody else that's
Yeah.
online.
I'd like to hear a few more misconceptions from your end, Lina.
I think that's pretty much it. Like you've tackled quite
Uh,
yeah, like most of them, because my father had no wealth, so now you should run as you you my best cousin. I was just to quite a bunch like no. You can work on something for yourself.
you can
You need to have that positive mindset.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can you can do things differently from your parents,
Exactly.
and now that what you need is a plan, and identify opportunities and start doing it. Don't just sit there and say, because I come from a poor family, so we'll continue in our poverty.
Yeah, refuse.
You need to refuse.
Especially this week, refuse. Yeah, you need financial freedom as well, financial emancipation. And it
Exactly.
starts with you. All
Exactly.
right, thank you so much to everybody that tuned in. Remember that understanding your finances is the first step to building wealth. And don't let any of these myths that we've discussed here, or any other ones that you've heard,
Yes.
to stop you from achieving your goals. If you've missed any part of today's show, be sure to catch the replay on the podcast, or visit our website for more financial tips and resources. Just share that website, please.
So it's insidepartnersafrica.com, but more so YouTube. Go to Mukonki Mukonkela on YouTube, and you're going to find a recorded version or video version of myself alone. Linah is not on it. I'm hoping that ZNBC, I'm hoping that ZNBC will one day put us in one in one place. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was my uncle Ben from Nyanja section. Yeah, it's Mom Nalula. We are doing humanism week this week. Mom Nalula is in a beautiful chitenge shirt.
Yeah.
I'm in a beautiful chitenge skirt.
You should have told me I was going to don myself also in a beautiful chitenge.
Why do I always miss you out?
I don't know.
I just put in a text that please there.
Yes, come in a chitenge, right?
Yeah.
I've got a few in my wardrobe.
But you really wear them. You're always busy, woman. All right, so that's it from Mukonki and I for another exciting edition of the Ndalama Insights. Take control of that money, Zambia. Until then, it's goodbye and God bless.